Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy, American Ford Guy. I'm not sure how this is gonna work because I got my Bluetooth overhead headphones on. Um, but before we talk about this, I need to switch my hat off to a different hat. I mean, it's not the brand that I use, but it's it's. Oh no! Fuck! Damn it! He tore it up. Stimpy, why? Why? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do this to me? Oh shit. Well, we're gonna try to talk with this on, even though it's completely destroyed thanks to my pop. Alright, so we're in the steel hat now. Even though it's completely tore out. Yeah. If you guys could see that or not, I'm not for sure. So I have some stuff that we're gonna be tomorrow morning. We're gonna be doing some like tree cutting and whatnot. I'm gonna try to get, recording in there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna cut up this dead log that was down there. I cut it down today because it was just dead. It was done for. There was no way of it ever coming back to life. I cut it down. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass because my chainsaw kept on like wanting to die and whatnot. I mean, it's a little small saw. I'm gonna have to go in to it and like kind of adjust the carburetor, the high, because a high idle, it wants to kind of die. Like whenever it's on the when it's on the high rev portion, it wants to kind of die. It seems like. So I need to go in there, adjust it to where it will not die. The low rev, it's perfect at the low rev, but I've only got one thing that can adjust, and that's the T, which I'm not sure what it is, but I'm gonna start up the chainsaw tomorrow, and I'm gonna kind of sit there and fiddle with it a little bit, try and adjust it. I could be looking at a lot of work, but before long, we're gonna get, a new chainsaw, all this stuff. That's all. It's new, but it's more of like a tree trimming kind of saw. Even though it does have a lot of speed and a lot of power for what it is, it's having problems. Mostly because whenever I've had the saw and I had my big truck, my 97, you all know about that. I showed you guys videos of that and whatnot. If you guys, I'm not sure if I updated you guys about this or not. Whenever I was in Missouri, as a Missouri rebel, um, it burned like there was charcoal in the back and it spilled, and it was hot charcoal. All right, so it spilled and it got in contact with a gas jug that had about that much gas still in it, and it just ignited. All right, it ignited, burned a lot of shit. I had to spray it down, with a water hose. So what ended up happening is that the saw, it had a plastic guard for it, plastic guard for the freaking bar and chain, and the fire kind of melted it a little bit to the saw. I was able to rip it off and, start up the saw and run it, and it ran good there for a little while. But now the deal is, it just, the saw seems like it doesn't have the power like it used to, but, I mean, what do you expect? It was in a fire. Now, I'm just gonna take this hat off, actually, in general. This way it looks a little bit more professional. Not right there. About like that. There we go. So, I mean, like it had a little bit of damage done to it. Hold on, I'm just gonna set my phone up over here if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to without the without its case on it. I don't know where my case is. There it is. We're gonna try and sit here and get this case on there. But it's a good little saw, don't get me wrong, but I have to, sometime, as soon as I get the bank card, I'm going to get a new chainsaw, I'm gonna get a new truck, well, not really a new truck, I mean, it's old, but to me it's new, you know, like, and if you guys know my name, obviously American Ford guy, the only things I ever own are Fords. They may not be American built, you know, but Fords are usually built in America. The U.S. in particular, if it's Canadian, it's still American because technically that's, you know, North America. You know, North America, Central America, South America. Those are American built vehicles, you know, whether they're U.S., Canada, Alaska, you know, Mexico, that's Latin America, so it's still considered America. And then, you know, like all those little, you know, little bitty countries down through there. And then you got South America, you know, like Brazil, Venezuela, all that kind of stuff, right? It's still American to me. Personally, to me, it's still American as long as it's built on this side, you know. You got this, you know, you got like North America, South America, right? On this side. Over here you got Asia, Europe, Egypt, you know, like, Africa, you know. You got Russia and Australia, all over here, right? All over here. This is not American over here. Over here, you know, North America, South America, all that, American. Over here, not American. In my book. So I've been doing YouTube videos since the 9th grade, alright? I've already graduated high school, I'm out now. I just graduated, you know, this past May, you know. So you got, let's see, 10th, 11th, 12th, now 4 years of YouTubing, and 3.5 years, or better. Boom, here I am, and I'm having to restart my whole entire YouTube stuff that I had going on. Now, if you guys know me personally, and you've seen my chainsaw, it's an Echo chainsaw. It's an Echo CS310. Hold on, I'll show you. Or something like that. Yeah. Here it is. Echo, right? You can see, like, up here, like, how it was a little bit burned up there. Yeah, you can see, like, a little bit of the damage from it. But this saw has done me so many... It's a badass saw. CS310. Yeah, it's kind of backwards for you guys. But, and then my dad, he put this on there from whenever he's climbing trees, and he just took it onto his belt, like, so, you know, like, an actual climbing belt, not like the belt I got on. He'd hook it on, he'd climb up a tree, you know, and, you know. I have to have a sip of coffee now. But Echo is a good brand, honestly. Steel, good for weed eaters and stuff like that. But whenever they come to the chainsaw market, sorry to say Steel, but you've been beat by an Echo. If you go on YouTube and you watch, and you look up Steel versus Echo, which we're on YouTube right now. Honestly, we're on YouTube. This is the YouTube platform that I'm on. Steel versus Echo, or Echo versus Steel, either way, I'm not sure. But one video, it has like a farm ranch or whatever, steel of the, you know, it has like 50 ACCs, right? and you have an Echo CS, like, it's a Timberwolf series. It's an Echo Timberwolf CS, like, 590 or something like that. But it has a 58.2 cc, right? It's literally 2 cc's difference. And it has a bigger bar on it, so it would, generally it would have to have a slower, it'd have to, go slower, with the running. Yeah, obviously, it's gonna be a little bit different. Now, the problem with steel is, I don't know what their problem is, but Echo beat them somehow. With a bigger bar and everything, it beat them. Like, it was cutting through the log faster than the steel was, and the steel had a 16-inch bar on it compared to the Echo's, like, 22-inch bar or whatever they had on it. And the Echo beat them. I mean, yes, it's gonna cut, it's gonna get that full length one cut, but the steel was even going slower just on one side cutting through, and then I had to go to the other side and cut through. For steel's 1 minute and like 4 second cut, you had Echo's 34-second cut, same size everything, and they only stayed on one side, and they added on the 6 seconds to walk around, because, like, they done exact counting. They counted, and it took 6 seconds to walk around. So they added that onto the Echo's time, and that brought it up to 40 seconds, right? But still, you're getting 40 seconds compared to Steel's 1 minute and 4 second, or whatever it was, time. It's over a minute. It's over a minute and 4 seconds. It's a minute and 4 seconds at least, if not more. But you have that against, you have steel against Echo. Everybody's wanting steel because it's made in the USA. Great for you, okay? Let me just get I may look like I'm freaking high right now, but I'm not. I'm just really freaking tired. I haven't slept yet. It's like past midnight. This Echo has 30.5 cc's as itself. Emission compliance period, 50 hours, 2018, blah, blah, blah. It's a Yamabiko Corp, which that's like Japanese or Chinese, whatever, right? It's not made in America, obviously. But it was checked, it was checked before it came over here to America. Like, it was checked in California, I believe it said. This engine meets 2018 US EPA EXH/EVP and California EXH/EVP emission regulations for S.O.R.E. Refer to owner's manual for maintenance specifications and adjustments. The saw wasn't made in America, in the US, sorry, but it's still all cut steel, which is made in the US, and everybody loves steel for some reason. I used to love steel. I was a big steel fan there for a long time. That might be another reason that it was bogging down earlier. Like, it was starting to bog down, and I think that was because of the high idle, as I explained. But that might just be because it was getting low on gas. Whatever, that one's tightened. I can't get it off right now. That's all that. Anyways. Echo. That oil cap, I got it on there tight. pup's over here looking at me. Yeah? You like this chainsaw? Is that how it is? No, no licking. No. He's a cute little turd. Isn't there a Stimpy? Yeah, my puppy's like 4 months old now. Isn't that right? You about 4 months old. He is a, well, you can see the blue heeler, but he's a lab, which is Labrador, you know. Blue heeler and boxer. The boxer and the blue heeler, you can see, you don't even see the Labrador, so I don't even think he's actually Labrador, but I know that he is for sure boxer and blue heeler. It shows very prominent in him. Anywho, that's my chainsaw for you. It's a small, light chainsaw. I don't even know if it shows the weight on here of it. No, it doesn't show the weight on here. Right there, anyways. Even gives you, like, warnings and everything of, like, how far to cut and everything. Now, I was watching a video earlier of a DeWalt electric saw versus a steel saw. Granted, steel's not, you know, as fast as the Echo, you know. And DeWalt is one of the better brands when it comes to electric tools and stuff like that. DeWalt has a 16-inch bar on on their electric chainsaw. They have an electric chainsaw. All you need to put in it is, you know, the battery pack, the big battery pack, which this guy had a big battery pack for. He put it in there, and he filled up the oil and everything. He was, like, bragging about the DeWalt. He was like, I used to use this gas chainsaw all the time, blah, blah, blah. He says, I got this DeWalt just to test it out, and I fell in love, and it's easy, it's convenient. I put in the battery pack, go out there, and, you know, do what I need to do. And he grabbed his steel. It's an older steel. He just has a new bar. No, he didn't even have a new bar on it. I think they both just had new chains on them. And the steel had the same size bar, but it was, you know, thicker in width than the DeWalt. He was bragging about that DeWalt so bad. And then he, you know, he's like, alright, so we're going to do a comparison. So he put the DeWalt and the the steel, on the same log. You know, he kind of measured it out, kind of put chops in there and everything to show where he needed to stop, where he needed to go. And he just sat there, started cutting on that tree. He got about to the point that he marked it at, almost to the point. And he's like, well, the DeWalt, you know, got this far on, you know, on one battery. And he put the time, the cut amounts, everything on there. And he's like, alright. And they went over, filled up the steel, you know, with the gas and the oil. And he's like, alright, so we're gonna see how far this thing goes, you know, on one tank of gas, blah, blah, blah. And he just sat there, he started cutting where he left off with the DeWalt. And he cut all the way to the point that he was gonna stop at, you know, and he even continued, like, he done all of the rest of DeWalt's, which was about the point that he made it to, but he started cutting it. He cut all of that side. And then he went over and he was gonna do that, you know, like a half of the other side with DeWalt and the other half with the steel, you know. And he sat there and he, you know, cut. He cut all of it. And he, you know, he checked it out. The DeWalt got like 25, you know, cuts in, and it lasted for like 12 and a half minutes. And then you have the steel, which got, I think, 84 cuts or something like that, or 82 or something like that. It was insane. and it lasted for, that was the elapsed time of 6.5 minutes, and I ran out of gas. But that's, full on throttle, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like back and forth, like you cut down, go, cut up, over, cut down, over, cut up. And he's full throttle in that son of a gun. And it, granted, it lasted for 6.5 minutes, but it still outcut the D-Wall by far. And he's like, I'm gonna tell you, D-Wall, you'd have to get, like 3 batteries to even get close to the steel. He's like, the D-Wall is like half the price of the steel here. And he's like, they're about the exact same, size, and, as close as you can get with electric and gas, I mean. And he's like, but each battery pack, he said, costed him around $100, and the D-Wall costed half the price of the steel, but the problem was, each battery costed him $100 a piece. And he's like, after all said and done, you're spending less money for the steel to keep it going, in terms of speed and how much you're getting cut out, like how much you're cutting, blah, 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 and everything. He's like, honestly, I was surprised, and he started bragging about the steel. He's like, he just went off about the steel. He's like, holy shit, blah, 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 done a lot better, all that good stuff. So, yeah, gas beats electric once more. Honestly, I used to be big into electric, but the light you're getting right now for, like, to see me, it's not electric at all. This right here is electric, but it doesn't have any electric running through the lines, because, it's a camper, and yeah. But I have drop cords running in this freaking camper to keep everything done that I need. I'm gonna tell you something. Alright, every time that you compare gas to electric, in terms of speed and how much you're getting out of the gas, you're usually getting better. That's on the smaller engines. We're not even gonna go to big engines. I'll tell you a little bit. Tesla, they have better speed because they have instant power delivery through electric. But if you go like we're talking about 2-stroke engines. A 2-stroke engine compared to an electric engine when it comes to, chainsaw, that's 2-stroke. 2-stroke is a completely different subject than 4-stroke. 4-stroke is like your vehicles and stuff like that. And, Tesla's trying to say that their Cybertruck would beat any Ford, and then Ford's like, oh, really? And they made a all-electric Ford F-150 prototype. And they pretty much tripled what the Cybertruck's towing capabilities was. They took the Ford F-150 prototype, the all-electric Ford prototype, they hooked it up to a train car, and they towed that son of a bitch for 1,000 foot with, and it's all electric, with 1.25 million pounds. Tesla's was 350,000 pounds for their all-electric, Cybertruck, because they're all about electric, blah, blah, blah. All in all, gas is still gonna run, it's still gonna keep on going. It's gonna be easier to work on in terms of the older types, but electric is trying to come, and I'm not really a fan of it. I want my gas to keep on living, because even if they go and make the gas vehicles illegal to drive, they're not going to be able to control the chainsaws, the wood stoves, the propane. There's just way too many factors in there. That's like, if you cut out one thing, you're still going to have to deal with all these other things, and it's never going to work. Because I'm using an oil lamp right now. The thing's an oil lamp, right? It runs off of oil lamp fluid, and it's a lantern. You're not going to be able to get rid of things like that. It's small. And then I have a propane heater over there on the low setting, And this camper's probably like 78 degrees right now. And I have a little bitty electric, heater, just using its heat that it gets to the coils. And it's sending that heat over, and it's pushing that heat over here. And it has all that heat over there too. This camper's blazing right now. It's freaking warm. Honestly, it wouldn't hurt me if I just, turned it off. You stink. But that's that. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta get a drink. And when I mean drink, I don't mean, something like... I don't mean alcohol, guys. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm too young to really be drinking, and I'm out of the fridge. And the fridge doesn't have any cold to it. So, it's just, like a storage area that I keep. So, certain little pests around here don't get to it, such as mice. I have most areas around here all sealed up with, like, Flex Seal. And, like, before I went to the Army, you couldn't even see, like, my veins. Now you can. It's incredible what the Army will do to you. Coca-Cola. Good soda brand. I don't go anywhere but Coca-Cola. Like, if I go to a restaurant that doesn't have Coca-Cola, I'll occasionally drink Pepsi, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright, my grandma, she used to drink Pepsi. I'm a Coca-Cola fan. I used to be a big Mountain Dew person. But to be honest, Mountain Dew, if I drink too many in a day, like, more than 2 Mountain Dews a day, it messes with my chest. It gives me chest pains really bad. Coca-Cola, not one problem. Pepsi gives me feels like a lump in my throat. Dr. Pepper makes me burp way too much. Root beer, it's okay. It just doesn't have as much. It doesn't have the flavor that I like. I burp a little bit more, but Coca-Cola is pretty good. But all in all, people are saying electric is better, but depends on what state you're talking about. Because, I'm going to be honest with you, they're wanting to change everything to electric, but what's running electric, alright, get this, not all electric is coming from the hydro-powered, areas and the solar-powered areas. I'm sorry, but the solar panels are absolute garbage. I mean, yeah, the actual solar panels are good, but if you get like those little, solar charging battery things that, you can use as a portable charger, it's garbage. I'm gonna be honest, it's absolute garbage, because what you have to end up doing is you have to plug it in, to charge it, and that's the only way you can get it to really charge, because the other way is you're just sitting there waiting for it to charge. Do you need to go potty, Stempy? Is that what you're wanting? Do you need to go potty? You need to go potty? Huh? You need to go potty, puppy? Alright, let's go potty. Come here! Dang, he's freaking thirsty. I don't know if you guys can hear me from over here. I'm not sure if my headphones work or whatnot. I'm not even sure if this video is, even getting any sound to it. But we're, testing a lot of new things. Alright. Stubby's outside. He's going potty. He's on the lead. I think he's starting to get used to that, honestly. So if he continues to get used to that... Man, my pant legs are already warm from that. I have the propane heater over there, so it's like... It got real warm real quick. But what most electric today is still coming from nuclear reactors. Alright, nuclear reactors and coal and gas and everything else. And people are wanting to switch to all electric. Like over in China or whatever the frick, they've already switched to all electric. It's like, do you not realize that you're harming the environment more with electric? Because you're sitting there having nuclear reactors. They're sending out pillars and pillars of smoke. But if you let them run gas, you're gonna have less toxins in the air, and you're gonna have more. You're gonna have less people using electric. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to run electric, fine. You do your own thing, alright? If you have any problems, call up call up KCS, Martin's Metals, or Fajan Lumber and Hardware, I mean. So, there might be a number on my back, I'm not really sure, I'll have to look at it. I'll be right back, actually. I'm gonna come over here to the side where you can't really see me. I'm gonna take off this shirt really quick. Let's see if there's anything that shows about it. Take off my headphones really quick. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. We're gonna look and see if there's the number for Fajan Lumber on there. Alright. I hope you have a paper and pen. If not, you might want to get one. Pause this video, whatever. It's from Stover, Missouri. So if you're in Missouri and you're around in Morgan County, Benton County, you know, areas around there, call this number if you have any electric or propane, or you want to switch heaters or whatever. You know, the case may be. This helps me out with work and whatnot. The number is 5, you know, like, obviously the 1-573-377-2514. I repeat again, 1-573-377-2514. They'll call up through Fajan Lumber, ask for Marvin and whatnot, and the manager there, his name is Mike. He'll talk to you, and he might or might not give you Marvin's number. I'm not doing this just because of I work for him or anything. It's just because it'll give me more work to do with him, which means I'll always, you know, have job security. Anyhow, if you guys are in Versailles, Stover, Lori, Gravois, and possibly Coal Camp area, like in that area, you know, and you guys need firewood, write this number down for firewood, alright? This number is, alright, I'm going to say the number, and you guys can call the number, text the number, whatever. 573-836-2524, alright? Number again, 573-836-2524. If you want to add in the one before, you know, like, before the 573, go on ahead, that's you, that's your own deal, I don't care. Most cell phones today, they don't really need the one because they already have it programmed into where they do that. My iPhone 7 Plus, which I'm recording off of right now, does, you know, it doesn't even add in, it just does it somehow through the automated, I don't freaking know. Excuse me. That's another thing I need to speak about. People are always, you know, there are people that hate on iPhone, there are people that love iPhone. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to own Android. I used to be a hardcore Android person until I got an iPhone. I got an iPhone, not too long ago, and this is a couple generations back even. This is the iPhone 7 Plus. We're talking, there's an iPhone 11 Pro and an iPhone 11 Pro Max, or whatever the case may be. I'm not really sure. I haven't checked on those. I've used one, but that's besides the point. iPhone 7 Plus has a good, it has a good camera quality. As you're seeing right now, it has a good camera quality. Android, they can, but the problem is they're not going to have as good as iPhone. I'm sorry to say, for all you, Android lovers out there, that they don't have as good of a camera quality. Now, I've had this iPhone 7 Plus for 2 months, roughly. Roughly 2 months. Good phone, not a problem with it. Really good. Android runs, they have a thing that allows you to download music and download stuff off the internet for free. But Apple doesn't allow you to download stuff off the internet at all. The reason being is they have to have you run through their system, because if you look at Androids, they start to slow down after a while, because you're downloading stuff that has viruses and malware and all that stuff, and it gets in there, and it just completely ruins Android's design. That's where Android's messing up with. But, in terms of, like, music, like, if you want to download music, go ahead, Android will do it. But I'm running iPhone. I don't pull up YouTube to do music, very often. Like, I'll use it if I want to, listen to certain songs or whatnot, like I was earlier. But I mostly, go to Pandora. I go to Pandora and I play music off of there, certain genres. Mostly I'm listening to 80s country, outlaw country, most of the older stuff. I'm not a big fan of the newer stuff. The newer stuff is complete garbage they're trying into pop. It's ruining country's name. But there are a few that stick out of the crowd, and they are the outlaws of country right now. Tyler Childers, from one. He is an outlaw currently. And back in the 80s, Hank Williams Jr., he was the, country outlaw. Hank Sr. was an outlaw, kind of ish. And Johnny Cash, he was definitely a country outlaw of his time. Gotta get my pup. He's out there freezing his ass off, probably. Alright, Stampy, alright. I got you. Come on, puppy. Come on. Stampy. 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 Oh, shit. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. I gotta go get a dog. Stay on here if you want, or you can skip forward to the point where I'm back and I start talking again. I'll start talking when I get back and you guys can see me, so that way you guys are not skipping through like 10 minutes of precious quality. Oh. like me? You liking me now? You happy? You happy that I'm being nice? Oh, my pup. Shake. Shake. Yeah, that's shake. Shake. Okay, I'm back. And my puppy's currently going crazy right now because he's got back inside now. And he's warm and happy. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You're so playful. Can you go sleep? Calm, calm. Alright, he's very wild right now because he's awake fully. He likes playing a lot. He used to not be this playful, but now he is. He was playful there for a while, then he calmed down. Now he's being playful again. I don't know. Anyways. Natural gas, oil lamp, not electric, propane, oil lamp, gas, diesel, all of those beat electric every time, just how it goes. And old beats new. So yeah. Hope y'all enjoy. Be sure to like button down below if you have. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to click that little bell next to it to get all notifications. And also, be sure to check out, like, Ozark Outlaw, Shadow Striker, or Striker Rebel, I think it is, maybe now. He took over my name, alright? He took over, and he put Rebel on his name. Stole my idea. Because my name was Missouri Rebel originally, and then, boom, he came off and done that, and yeah. Join the Ford family. Be a Ford family guy. We are the Ford family. Alright? If you are a Ford fan, hit that subscribe button, like button. Ford family right here. That's all we are. Ford all the way. Be sure to like button, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.